just gonna start recording. Oh, hello. I'm just gonna start recording now. Hello. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am joined by a very special guest, my good friend. Say your name. Alyssa. Alyssa is the one who made my YouTube banner. Thank you for that. And also the picture that I show at the end of my last couple of videos. She created that. So props to her. She's awesome. Her link is going to be in the description below because she has her own YouTube channel and we just filmed a video and she's going to put it over there.
Yes,
so
I am.
And what did we do?
We did Mad Libs.
Today's video is kind of a reality slash story time. We don't have tea, but we do have drinks. Our topic is basically our boy stories. Like what would we talk about that? Like we started to get this idea, we were trying to figure out what we wanted to talk about. And we just kind of started talking about like our crazy boy stories and I was like, oh my gosh, let's do that. Yeah. It's so weird because when I think about like middle school and high school, they don't come to me right away. Yeah. But it's like when I start talking about high school, then I'm like, oh my gosh, there was this guy and this guy and this guy and I just don't know.
There was this kid in my biology class and he sat behind me and I guess he thought I was attractive. So I'm not gay. And he added me on Facebook and he just started talking to me and then he was like, oh, you want to hang out? And I was like, sure. And we never hung out, but it was like just to talk about it. And then he was like, oh, I like to do, like, you know, I like to be friends with benefits. I was like, I don't know you. I'm sorry, but I'm not even
like,
your
we're
friend.
We're not even friends. How can we?
I'm not your friend. I don't know you. I don't even remember his name. I just know he was creepy, and I haven't seen him at school since.
That is so weird. So mine. Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna. I had kind of like a kind of an intense, not relationship, but when I say relationship, I just mean like as far as us talking and just having like a personal relationship. I'm just gonna name this guy Chuck because I don't know any Chucks, so no one's gonna figure out who this is unless you're my friend and you know you were with me through this time. So yeah. So basically there was this guy Chuck and I'm pretty sure that you know about this, but it was a hot minute ago, so you might not remember. So anyway, I went to one of my close friends' graduation party. So this was senior year. So I went to her graduation party and she was just having a bonfire in her backyard. And there's these two guys that came and they were both, like in my opinion, they were both pretty cute. And the one I was like, oh, he's really cute. Because he kind of looks like, what's that guy? What's his name? Milo or Milo?
Oh,
from This Is Us.
Do I know this
him?
person?
No.
Okay.
No, he didn't go to our school. He went to another school. Okay. I can't remember which one, honestly.
I'd like to know this person.
But he looked like the lesser version of him. Okay. But he like reminded me of him. Mm-hmm. So that's why I was like, ooh, he's cute. He was really interested in one of my other friends and stuff. And I honestly can't remember everything that went on that night because it was literally like 5 years ago or something, or 3 years ago. And
wow, so, it seems like 5 years.
It does seem like 5 years ago that we graduated. We only graduated 3 years ago, so we're not that old yet. Basically, I can't remember how we ended up talking. I think, you know what, it's always Facebook. Always I swear. He wasn't even like interested in talking to me at all. I mean, I didn't really make an effort because that's just not me. Like, you know me. Yeah. Like, I'm like the quiet one at any type of get together unless it's all like people I know. Same. So anyway, he ended up talking to me because I said, you know, like, oh, I don't drink or smoke, like, I don't do any of that. And he's like, you don't drink? Really? Like, that was, like, intriguing to him. And then I thought, okay, I'm never going to see him again. So the next day, or maybe a couple days after that, he had messaged me and was like, hey, like, your friend last night was so crazy. Like, she was so goofy. I was like, yeah, you know, and so then we started talking on Messenger. And then we were talking a lot, and then we started talking on, like, the actual phone. I think I ended up giving him my number. He gave me his or whatever. And the more that we were getting closer, the more I started, like, finding out stuff about him, right? So at the time, that same friend that had the graduation party had another friend that was interested in like a friends with benefits thing with him.
Mm-hmm.
So she was getting annoyed at me because they weren't getting together as much because he was talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it also ended up he had like a baby mama and a son and like all this stuff, and I was like, well, that's fine, like,
and
I'm not gonna...
another son.
Yeah.
And another
No,
son.
but like it was weird because I'd never been like involved like in any way with anyone who had a kid, like, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna be, you know, weird about it, like, he has a kid, like, whatever. He just like ended up having like a bunch of like just issues
Baggage.
in general, like anger issues and like baggage and like everything, and he was just totally not what I expected him to be. And then he started to get really needy and clingy, and he would be like, you know, you're the only person that's keeping me like happy and whatever. And I was like, okay, that's a lot of pressure to put on me, and I know that you're interested in like 2 other girls right now.
Yeah.
So it just honestly got really weird, and his anger problems kind of started to creep me out a little bit. Like it never went to me, so I had no reason to be like, oh my gosh, I'm terrified of him. But I had heard stories from my friend about like what happened with his, you know, baby mama. I hate to say baby mama because it sounds so insensitive, but I don't know her name, and like I don't mean to be insensitive when I say baby mama.
Give
It's
her a
just
different name.
It's okay.
You named him
I'll say Jessica. So Jessica will say is the mother of his child. So Jessica. But he would like show up at her house with a knife and like want to see his son, and he just had issues, you know what I mean? And like I felt bad because I was like, I just can't keep talking to him because he had a crush on me, like he was romantically interested in me, and I kind of had like feelings for him too, but I was thinking, I don't know, like I was kind of nervous to take that step, and plus I feel like I couldn't be the person to fix him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I couldn't be that person for him. So I just said, you know, if you ever need anything, you know, I'm here for you and stuff, but like I don't think that we should, you know, be that way, like we can't do this anymore. And he like got kind of offended and was like, we can't even talk anymore. And I ended up not texting him back, and then he like texted me the next morning like, good morning, and I never texted him back, and then we haven't talked since. So it's been like 3 years.
Yeah.
But that just always weirded me out because I was thinking, this guy, like, who knows?
Someone like that,
you know?
I would think they would come after me next.
Right, like
Yeah,
mentally
excuse me.
unstable, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, I mean, no offense to like mentally unstable people, but it's like I don't know how to help those kinds of people, and like they need professional help. Like I can't be your therapist, or I can't be, you know. So I was just like, I don't know. And I was kind of getting scared of him, so I was like, okay, I just need to be respectful and honest and whatever. So I mean, it ended fine, but like I was honestly worried that he was going to start stalking me after that, because he was like one of those guys that would text you like 5 million times a day. And like, if you didn't text back right away, like he would text more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a big thing for me.
Wow.
That was kind of a lengthy story. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Now I don't know how to bounce off of that because I don't think I've ever had a psychopath.
What if he watches this? Oh my gosh, if he watches this, I'm really sorry. But no one knows who you are, so it's okay.
No one knows who you are except
She doesn't even know who you
I don't
are.
know who
It's
you
fine. It's fine. Only I know. It's fine.
7th grade. Shouldn't even have been dating. Too young. This kid knew I was cousins with the girl his sister was best friends with. So he decided, he's like, yeah, I'm going to take that girl to a movie. So he asked me to go to a movie with him. And we went to see The Lovely Bones, which is a wonderful first date movie.
Wonderful date movie.
But he just kept talking about my cousin. One time, my dad brought me to meet him to go to the mall, I guess. And then his mom was hitting on my dad, like their family. Let me tell you. I don't get it. But this kid was so obsessed with my cousin that she went to his birthday party. And he made her wear a coconut bra and grass skirt.
Oh my gosh.
Because it was Hawaiian themed. Yeah, right. What boy that age is gonna have a Hawaiian themed
weird.
birthday
Okay.
party? Like my cousin felt so violated.
So violated.
So violated. It was just weird. And she brought it home and she was like, he made me wear this. I was like,
Oh my gosh. That is so weird.
But yeah, and I was living with my cousin at the time, so every time he came by, he came to the door.
He literally dated you because you were related to your cousin.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it seemed.
Yep. And she's
No, thank you.
I mean, she's 2 years older than me. That's not too much older than him, but still, I don't know. I mean, I like him older myself, but.
Okay, so this next one's kind of funny. So in middle school, she knows who this guy is. All of my close friends know who this guy is.
What are we calling him?
We will call him
I love these names.
Jesse.
Oh, that's a far.
I had a huge crush on Jesse in middle school. Like, it was probably the biggest crush I had ever had on anyone. Like, she knows this. She was there
Yes,
for
I was
it.
there.
All
I
of
was
my
there.
close friends know about it. And I was just like head over heels for this guy. I don't even know why, but he was just
Crazy.
he was just cute and funny and whatever. And we were in classes together, and he was just adorable. Basically, that kind of ended badly because I, you know, being a middle school person, I told too many people, and then those
Yeah.
people told everyone, and everyone found out, and then I was bullied for it. But that'll be saved for another
That's
time.
some other time.
That's some other time. Anyway, basically after middle school, I never talk to him again or anything. Like, I would see him occasionally, and I think maybe we would like smile and nod to each other or something. I don't know. So then this was, gosh, when was this? Was this like a year ago or two? It was like 1 or 2 years ago. So think about this. This is like 5 years later, 6 years later, whatever, somewhere in that ballpark. We'd been friends on Facebook, and he started liking a bunch of my posts. And I wasn't weirded out by it or anything. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, he just agrees with what I'm posting, like, whatever. And then he ended up messaging me and saying, like, oh, hey, sorry that I'm liking your posts all the time and just really agree and whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine.
What
but
I
it was
figured.
just, yeah, like, that's what I figured, whatever. And then he texted me, he's like, so what have you been up to? And stuff. So I was like, okay, so was he just doing that to try to talk to me? Like, I didn't understand. It was so out of the blue and so random. And I think this actually happened because he wished me a happy birthday, and then I ended up wishing him a happy birthday like a couple months later, and then that started happening. So I feel like that's kind of what triggered it. But anyway, so we started messaging a lot on Facebook, and then we eventually started texting, and we were kind of flirting and stuff, and then he ended up asking if I wanted to hang out. And so this whole time I was like, okay, is it hanging out or is it a date? Like, I could not understand. And like, it was definitely a date. Okay, like everyone can vouch for me for this. It was a date. He picked me up. We went to the movies. He paid for me. And it was actually my second time seeing this movie, but I just lied and said I had never seen it before because I wanted to see it again. He wanted to take me out to eat, but I think I was honestly just too nervous and I didn't want to. So I was just like, no.
Because you have to sit there and stare at him.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know, because I was having fun, but I was also super nervous. So I was like, I can't do this. I was just like, no, you know, like we're supposed to have dinner or whatever. Like, I made up some excuse.
Yeah.
Funny side note. So on the drive, I'm pretty sure I told you this. Yeah. On the drive, he was whistling. And we were like almost to the theater, and it was like an awkward silence, and then he stops whistling and he goes, so, do you whistle?
No.
It was so funny. I'm like, yeah, I whistle. Like, I had to look out the window and like compose myself before I answered, because it was cute, but it was just so funny and random.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we were talking for the longest time. I went on this trip with my family over Christmas, and he was constantly texting me every day. He was saying like how lucky he was that he got to know me and how like I'm beautiful, and he kept calling me princess, which is honestly like a big pet peeve to me. I hate when people call me princess. I mean, no offense to people who, like, I just don't like
a
it.
princess?
I am a queen, thank you. No.
I'm a queen.
I'm a queen, thank you.
Peasant.
But no, I hated it. He got really clingy and needy. Like,
as they do.
Yeah, and it's just weird because like I hate that in a relationship. Like, I could never be fully interested in a guy if he's needy or whatever. That's just like, I cannot, okay? And that has happened to me so many times, I swear I attract it. I wasn't really showing as much interest in him as he was in me, just simply because I was kind of like, I don't know about this, the clingy stuff, but I was like, he's a good guy, and you know, like, I'll give it a chance, like, we can go on more dates when I get back up for my trip, right? So I think the last time that we ended up talking was New Year's Eve or whatever. We wished each other a Happy New Year, and then he didn't talk to me for a couple days. And I thought that was weird because it was really uncharacteristic of him, you know? So then I ended up texting him when I got back. I was like, hey, like, we haven't talked for a little bit. Like, how are you? Whatever. And he's like, I'm actually really, really great. And I was like, oh, what's going on? And he said, well, I met this girl and we've gone on a couple of dates and, you know, like, I just like her so much and I think, like, we're going to be a thing and whatever. And I was like, I'm thinking in my head, I know you weren't talking about me because we only went on one date.
Yeah.
I wasn't just going to let it slide. So I confronted him. Like, I was respectful about it and whatever. And I confronted him and he's like, oh, well, I'm sorry if I gave you the wrong impression, but I'm not interested in you in that way and blah, blah, blah.
You're just saying that now because the girl might be reading your messages. But
so that was just like a bunch of crap. And he was like, oh, I hope we can still be friends and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea.
Sorry, bye. Get out of here.
I will never forget this. He was like, well, if you don't want to talk to me for another 5 years, like, whatever, that's your choice, but I'd like to keep talking. Like, it was like a day.
It was you that
didn't talk to me. Yeah, exactly. So that was just rude.
That's okay. By then, she'll be happy with the person she's supposed to be with.
Yeah, literally.
Excuse you.
Literally, like this video if this has ever happened to you where a guy is all interested and then acts like he never was. Like, are you serious? Like, and it's not me reading too much into things. Like, I'm sorry, if you're calling me beautiful and you say I'm like such, like, you're so happy that you get to like hang out. I just kicked it. You're so happy that you get to be with me and like whatever. I'm sorry, no. Like, I'm not reading into things.
I dated a guy for like 3 minutes.
Okay, go ahead. Oh yeah, we should say what our shortest relationship ever was and why.
I would talk to one of my friends' boyfriends, and one day they were just like, we're not dating anymore. And he lives in a different state, so I don't even know why I agreed to this, but like I added him on Facebook. I was like looking at his pictures. I was like, you're not that attractive. And I mean, I don't always go by that, but like this guy.
This guy.
He was really nice, but I couldn't, and he didn't live anywhere near me, so it's like, I don't know. And so he was like, you want to date me? Want to date me? So I said, sure. And I felt really bad about myself. Like, bad for myself, and like, I'm an overthinker, so this went downhill real fast. Okay, it went downhill real fast. And I texted him, I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Like, I can't do this.
I can't do this. I started freaking out. I'm like, I can't.
This was at the end of middle school, and the longest I dated him for literally 2 hours.
Did he leave or did you?
I did.
Okay.
Because it was bad because I was just honestly just so confused in middle school with just how to work out my feelings and stuff. So I take full responsibility for this. Like, I'm not blaming this guy at all. But we would talk on the phone it was really sweet. Like, we would talk on the phone for hours at night and stuff. Yeah. And he would make me like sing to him before he'd go to sleep.
Oh.
Which is like kind of weird, but also kind of cute at the same time. Mm-hmm. But then he was like, we should date and whatever. And I was like, yeah, maybe we should. But I just was not attracted to him that way at all. And I thought maybe like I could get attracted to him, if I started dating him. But he was just like, he sweat profusely. Oh. Like all the time.
He had hyperhidrosis.
Yeah, like I don't know though. Like he would just be constantly sweating. He would smell really bad, and like on top of that, like and me not attracted to him, I was like, I don't think I could do this. Oh my gosh! And then my two guy
you start to panic when you really don't know.
Yeah, I was like, crap, I don't know what I should do. And then like we had started dating, and it was like Facebook official and everything. And I was like, crap.
Oh my god,
And then my two guy friends at the time were like, no, you cannot date this guy. You have to dump him. Like you're not even attracted to him. Like do not do this. I honestly don't even think that I broke up with him. I think one of my friends did because I was too scared because I felt so bad. Mm-hmm. So hopefully he doesn't watch this, but if you are watching this, I'm very sorry for being kind of a jerk. I'm so sorry. I just was like, I was so confused. But yeah, that was my shortest relationship. If you want to hear more of the in-depth stories that like not craziness, but just kind of like just wrong place, wrong time kind of relationships, then I think we can actually both talk about that more. But definitely me, because I've had some pretty complicated relationships, non-relationships things. Yeah. I did have a bunch of guys that would like stalk me and stuff. As far as like stalking me.
You're a good looking girl.
Oh, thanks.
I can see people stalking you.
Girl, you too.
Oh, really? I look like a crack addict.
You do not. She does not.
do.
Give this video a like if she does not look like a crack addict.
Do you want to know how many likes or dislikes this is getting?
Stop. Thumbs up this video if you want more videos like this. Story times. I'm definitely gonna do more reality stories. I have a bullying video that I want to do eventually. More reality is coming your way, don't you worry. And we didn't have tea this time, but I will provide tea next time. For sure.
Tea will be provided.
Tea will be provided.
Subscribe and you'll get some.
Yes. As I said before, don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are not already. Also click the bell notification down below so you can get notified every single time I upload.
Yay!
And always, always, always comment down below with video suggestions because I'm always up for video suggestions.
Yes.
Like today when we had no idea what we wanted to
Please
film.
provide me.
Please provide me
with ideas.
A big thank you to Alyssa
Yes,
for doing this video with me.
Yeah.
Definitely check out her channel and the video that we filmed on there. It will be linked at the end of the video on the screen. So.
Yeah.
Alright, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to dream, wake up, pursue, and inspire. Bye!
Bye!
Vinny, come over here.
I look like the snow.
I look like the snow. Same.
The snow.
Because he reminded me of Jess from Gilmore Girls. Only like Jess is obviously way hotter, but I just mean, okay, anyway. Let's just hold it right there, like make a little personal cup holder.
They make those.
To like put between your legs?
No, on your belt.
Oh.
It's like this huge buckle, and it just like you can click it down, and it becomes this little like rest thing with a cup holder.
That is so weird,
I
but also
saw
kind of
one
cool.
that hangs from your neck, and you just like
No, that's too much.
that's too close.
Excuse me.
I had a dog hair in my mouth, so I was just waiting.
Perfect.
I was waiting for it.
Like he would have a knife and just I know, I just like I could just keep going. I know, I'm so used to it. Oh, there. That was terrifying.
Oh, choke. Doesn't it taste like banana Laffy Taffy though?
It really does.
It does. This guy named Tate.
I love how you're literally rhyming the words and I'm like coming up with completely
guys
different
like
words.
I'm sure they won't watch, but like if they ever do, they'll be like, that girl talking about me. That girl talking about me.
Honestly, like the guys
find her.
the guys that we're talking about, like they're gonna know immediately if they ever watch this.
He tried to get with me, and there. What's that song?
And he tried to get with me too.
Oh my god! Oh wait, did he have like a square head?
I mean, I guess maybe. I like them older. Big burp just came out.
I like them older myself.
I like them real old.
Okay,
so I was recording.
Okay, gotta do that.
Shout out to Harley. We love you.
Harley.
Did I say Harley's name? Yeah.
Can I Harley?
We're not talking trash about Harley.
Or are we? No. Spilling the tea.
I keep burping because of this. I'm sorry. So.
Hang on, we won't call him Jesse.
We won't call him Jesse.
Are you gonna walk the Walgreens?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll call him Jesse. The bathroom door is open. That always makes me scared. Like in the back.
Oh, right? Right? Because you think it's gonna like. Yay, we're done!
Yay!
Yay!
I know, like your perfect crime.